Funniest lie you've caught someone in? Our teacher asked everybody for their homework that morning, but when Kira didn't have it, we all watched her panic for an excuse. I was at the hospital, she said, completely unconfident. Our teacher didn't believe her. Hospital? Why were you there? Kira goes, chemotherapy. Our teacher's eyes went wide and she didn't know what to say. Chemotherapy? Sorry, I had no idea you had cancer. That's when I saw it. The flash of panic in Kira's eyes that told me she had no idea what chemo actually was. Yeah, I have brain cancer. The classroom erupted in gasps and whispers, and I watched as she completely loved all the attention. Her Instagram quickly became a cancer journey blog with daily updates about her battle, and the next day she showed up to class wearing a headscarf. The worst part was watching her boyfriend, who genuinely loved her, start a GoFundMe that raised $8,000 in 2 weeks. I was already in a bad mood, and she started talking about how she was preparing for hair loss. I had to go up to our teacher before class and tell her my dad got in a car crash last night. I was really upset and kindly asked for an extension on our assignment, but she looked at me and said, "Did he die?" I was confused. "No, he's fine, but he could've." Then she actually says, "Sorry, I can't make exceptions. You've had 2 weeks to work on this and should have been more proactive." But then Kira walked up behind me. I couldn't finish my essay. The chemo yesterday was just so hard. Without even hesitating, our teacher rushed over and hugged her. "Oh, sweetie, take as long as you need. Your health comes first. In fact, don't even worry about it if you can't do it at all." I couldn't believe it. But that night when I walked into the party at my crush's house and instantly saw Kira sitting in the corner with everyone comforting her, she was dabbing at fake tears while talking about how the radiation makes everything taste like metal. I sighed, knowing this was gonna go on the entire night. "Some days I just want to give up," she whispered, and I watched her boyfriend pull her closer, his eyes red with real tears. However, as Kira stood up to go to the bathroom, she accidentally tripped over someone's foot. She stumbled forward before falling completely face first onto the hardwood floor, spilling her drink. The room exploded with panic. "Oh my god, is she okay?" Then Kira took advantage. She quickly started holding her head, pretending to be in pain but saying, "It's okay, I'm not hurt," but she was literally holding her head. Everyone was crowing around her trying to help her up. Poor balance is just a side effect from my therapy. The doctor said it's normal. People were crying, actually crying, as they helped her up. Her boyfriend was frantically Googling brain cancer symptoms on his phone, thinking she was actually dying. That's when I knew I had to step in. "Oh my god, I actually know how to treat this. Can I help you?" I rushed forward, actually being trained in first aid. Kira was loving the attention. "Yeah, of course." I was in. My cousin had the same thing happen during her treatment. "Kira, you probably need an ambulance. This could be serious." Her eyes went wide, and this time it was genuine. No, I'm fine, really." But her boyfriend said, "No, Kira, this is serious. She's right, we need to get you help." He was already dialing 911, but Kira tried every excuse. "No, don't call 911. Let me call my personal doctor instead." But they just kept holding her, thinking she wasn't thinking straight from her brain cancer. She sat there actually crying, as we waited for an ambulance to show up and help her. And when the paramedics arrived, they took one look at the crying teenager saying brain cancer, and collapsed, and loaded Kira onto a stretcher to take her to the hospital. We watched the paramedics rush her through the emergency room doors, and then we all just stood there in the waiting room. Everyone was crying, praying, holding each other. Her boyfriend was on his knees literally praying to God. I had to bite my tongue to stop myself from laughing. Finally, a nurse walked out with a clipboard. Her boyfriend immediately jumped up. "Is she okay? Is Kira okay?" The nurse looked at him and said, "She's fine. She can go home shortly." Her boyfriend's face was still panicked. "But what about her brain cancer? Did the fall make it worse? Is the tumor okay?" The nurse stopped. She looked completely confused. She looked back down at her papers, flipping through them. "Sorry, what? She doesn't have brain cancer." The waiting room went dead silent. Someone said, "Oh my god." Then, one by one, they just left. Even her boyfriend just went home.